Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is your Tidings of Destruction main event of the evening, set with one fall and a 30-minute time limit. When the bell rings, the man in charge, VCW Senior Official, Ron Mills.
Did you miss me? I'm gonna ask you one more time. Very nicely, okay? So I expect a nice response. Did you miss me? Now look. We can play this game all night if I want to. You know why? Because this is my show. You get that? I'm the director of operations. It doesn't matter what you want. Doesn't matter what George Panthers wants. Doesn't matter what you want either, right, buddy? This building works for me. Even these jackasses over here at the music, they couldn't get the music working properly. It's called a part. Okay? It's a part.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 222 pounds, the Latin heartthrob, Gino Medina! His opponent from the City of Angels, weighing in at 215 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, making his BCW debut, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
Well, folks, it is finally main event time here in the Norfolk Masonic Temple. Gino Medina and Christopher Daniels, the Latin heartthrob and the fallen angel, set to do battle right here. And I'll tell you what, Brandon, it's been a few months since we've seen Christopher Daniels in active competition. The fallen angel looks to be in maybe the best shape of his career.
He's in tremendous shape, Blake. There's no doubt about it. Though I hear that, he's still a little banged up from that assault from the Young Bucks. I question if his confidence is there. And
at some point in this match, if we could get a close-up on the fallen angel's eye, it's certainly very compromised from that bout back in May. SoCal Uncensored, of course, SCU taking on the Young Bucks. But the bell sounds, we're underway. Christopher Daniels, Gino Medina, one-on-one.
Daniels giving up a couple of inches of height, Medina here. But to your point, Blake, again, your second good point of the night. I'm proud of you. In tremendous shape and the strongest I've ever seen him. And I think that we are in for a real treat here to what is, to the best of my knowledge, a first-time encounter.
Indeed, it is a first-time encounter. A fantasy matchup, if you will. Of course, Gino originally scheduled to take on the Jay Lethal in this matchup, and Brandon Metheny originally scheduled to take on Jay Lethal, now taking on Christopher Daniels. How do you think Gino Medina was able to make adjustments somewhat on the fly in his game plan?
Well, they're two fairly different wrestlers. Gino is one of the best wrestlers we have here. He's one of the best people on the roster. He can make those adjustments, I suspect, but this is a really tough call and a tough thing to do because very, very different. Jay Lethal, a lot of high flying, sort of that mid-2000s Ring of Honor embodiment, and Christopher Daniels is much more of a technician. The Southern boy still in him in a lot of ways, and two very, very different styles, but something Gino is clearly adapting to very well right now.
These two jockeying for position on the mat. You mentioned some of Christopher Daniels' accolades, former multiple-time X Division champion with TNA Wrestling and, of course, Ring of Honor. A lot of accolades there as well, and in recent years, with All Elite Wrestling, the first ever tag team champions for AEW, a part of SoCal Uncensored, with his longtime tag team partner Frankie Kazarian, and of course, Scorpio Sky.
Absolutely, all three men, but particularly Daniels and Kazarian, really run roughshod over that tag team division for the first several months, and had Daniels not lost a retirement match, would still be going strong, I think. We're seeing him here in the ring for one of the few times he's been out since then, doing what he can, but still, again, I've heard confidence maybe not there, not back where he wanted to be.
He's trying to build himself back up. He's on a little bit of a comeback tour, wrestling on some smaller promotions, trying to find the confidence, as you alluded to, Brandon, really trying to find his footing once again in the professional wrestling world. After competing for nearly 25 years, sometimes things get off track a bit. Daniel's trying to correct that starting here tonight against Gino Medina.
And quite an opponent for him to pick to do it first against Gino Medina, one of the best in the business, and here at VCW, no doubt.
Nice job by Daniels putting on the brakes, but Gino counters right away, and Gino Medina staying one step ahead of the fallen angel and the youth reigning supreme right here.
I guess any questions about his preparedness answered right there. He saw what was coming from Daniels and did it well. And these fans, maybe not such huge fans of Gino right now. A few boos there.
Daniels originally starting his career in the Midwest in the Windy City of Chicago, Illinois. And Gino, of course, carving his niche down in Texas and, of course, south of the border in Mexico.
Two very, very different styles, but tremendous wrestlers both.
But one thing you do certainly see a theme with, not only just throughout Texas and, of course, Mexico, but in Chicago, a lot of lucha libre roots. As Daniels there off the rope, showing off the athleticism still deep into his career. Staying a step ahead of Gino here.
Don't let Christopher Daniels' age fool you, Blake. He can still go with the best of them.
And he's proving that on All Elite Wrestling, and even more so right here against the top of VCW in Gino Medina. Despite not having the championship anymore, Brandon, he is one of the key components of this company.
Absolutely, Blake. There's the saying that this match is a main event in any building in the world, and tonight it's in one of the best buildings in the world here at North Masonic Temple. Main eventing for VCW, an absolutely tremendous match so far.
They lock up once again, both men trying to jockey for position.
This is one of the situations where I'm curious to see if some of Daniels, let's say, wily veteran instincts kick in to try to get an advantage over the younger Gino Medina.
Daniels sends him for a ride here. Gino trying to utilize that quickness, stay a step ahead. They collide in the ring right there. I don't know who I'd give the power advantage to in this one. And it appears with two collisions in a row, and it's up for debate. And here we go.
I mean, if you'd asked me to start, I would have said slight edge of Daniels, but apparently it's pretty darn even.
And here we go, and Christopher Daniels there, kicking things into another gear. And Daniels, not normally known as a striker, throwing some shots here at Gino Medina. Sends him into the near side corner. The elusiveness of Gino is able to escape.
Those attempts at a shoulder block that didn't work seem to flip some switch in Daniels' head, because he's just going to another level, and so is Gino.
And Gino right now staying a step ahead. And one thing we've seen with Gino throughout his VCW career, he adapts to who he's in the ring with, and he's stepping his game up to the level of Christopher Daniels right now.
Absolutely. I mean, just going hell for leather with Daniels. Very, very impressive. And Gino in control right now.
Lateral press there by Medina.
Kind of an odd lateral press.
Only gets one. In a way, Brandon, it almost seemed like he was just trying to keep Daniels honest and know that Gino's still in control.
I think that's quite possibly correct, and I think Gino just a little sort of, remember that I'm here and that I could try to pin you if I want to, but not time yet.
As Medina continues to try to wear down Christopher Daniels, from what I understand, Brandon Metheny sometime in 2022. Jay Lethal will indeed debut in VCW, giving the fans exactly what they wanted tonight, but instead an extra special treat in the form of the Fallen Angel, a very rare appearance here for a regional promotion. As Medina creates the separation yet again, all the way up top, but he cannot hold him down for the cover, and that might cost him.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have tried to shift my weight and stay in position there, but Gino staying in control right now.
And Medina, once again up top, comes off and collides with the mat as Daniels sidesteps him, and the Fallen Angel might have just found a serious opening.
Absolutely no water in the pool there. A strategic blunder by Gino Medina.
As Daniels with a knee sends Medina to the outside, and the Fallen Angel here, the veteran he is, going to use this moment to collect his thoughts. But with Medina on the outside, Daniels could be looking to dial it back about 15 years.
That's precisely what I meant by those wily veteran instincts, Blake. Kick him to the outside, chance to catch his breath and get himself right back where he needs to be in this match.
And the Fallen Angel's going to head to the floor. And you have to wonder, what's the game plan here of Christopher Daniels?
He's got plenty of experience with it, that's for sure.
And Daniels, who has been in the ring with the top of the top. He's had pay-per-view bouts with the likes of Sting. I mean, the man has been a Hall of Fame caliber competitor. And again, taking on an up-and-comer like Gino, who is a top star, but a whole lot left in the tank. An interesting task here tonight for one Christopher Daniels.
Yeah, absolutely. To your point, Blake, I mean, Daniels' history is just a who's who of wrestling, basically. And a really phenomenal opportunity for Gino to show he can hang with one of the truly all-time greats. And a chance for Christopher Daniels to show, hey, he may be getting up there in years, but he's definitely still got it and still a phenomenal competitor and really taking it to Gino right now.
As Daniels right now slowing down the pace a little bit, and that's the veteran tactic there of the Fallen Angel. Does not move at the speed he once did, and he's adapting his game to his current style, which has kept him alive and successful for as long as it has.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the sort of thing, being able to adapt like that, recognizing your weaknesses, finding new strengths, that's how you keep things going and keep being this tremendous wrestler Chris Daniels clearly still is. And by the way, Blake, I mentioned earlier about some maybe confidence or rust from that attack from the Young Bucks. I'm not seeing any of it right now. Daniel's having a tremendous match.
If you take a look at his eye, it certainly is not 100%. He can barely open it. But the vision of the Fallen Angel has not appeared to be compromised throughout this bout thus far. Lateral press, 1, 2, and Gino's able to escape.
And Daniels with something of a casual cover there. I'm actually a little surprised.
That cockiness kicking into gear. Remember, Christopher Daniels at one point in time, the longest reigning X Division champion in total non-stop action wrestling history.
Absolutely, Blake.
There's a cover.
And part of some of the best matches in that or any other company as well. Just top to bottom, great, including, of course, that famous triple threat match.
2005 match of the year back at Unbreakable, September of 2005. That triple threat, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels. If X Division wasn't already on the map at that point, Brandon, it sent it into another stratosphere.
Absolutely, and Daniels was the rocket that carried it there. One of the best, again, of all time, and showing Gino that, to your point, he adapts and there's still a lot of gas in the tank.
And Brandon, in recent years, we've seen Christopher Daniels in tag team competition. How do you think he's able to adapt in a singles-like environment here against an up-and-comer like Gino?
It's something that for other guys I'd be concerned about, for younger guys less experience. For someone like Christopher Daniels, who's got this great experience, who has, as you pointed out, that record-breaking X Division championship run, I think it's like riding a bicycle. I think he goes right back into it, and I think he's proving it right here. I mean,
And you can see a little bit of an attitude coming out in Daniels. A vicious kick to Gino, sending him to the outside, and then exchanging some words with our senior official.
Hey, that win at all costs attitude, also a reason he's been so successful in his entire career. I appreciate that in him.
As Daniels goes for the big chop there on Gino, and these two exchanging blows on the outside.
Oof.
And you can hear that one reverberate all throughout the Norfolk Masonic Temple. Might feel that one by the ocean front.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's interesting, Blake.
And Gino! Brandon, many times tonight even, we've talked about that hard steel ring post, no padding or protection. And Gino might have just broken a finger.
Yeah, I mean, Blake, there are so many small, very fragile bones in that hand. It's very easy to break, especially on a hard steel post like that. And Christopher Daniels is not going to miss the chance to take advantage of something like that. I mean, it's just that simple. This is a bad situation for Gino to be in. I was going to say, it's interesting to see this match has really broken down from the sort of technical, more high-flying we see at the start to just a slugfest here, and Gino may have just taken himself out of it.
This one was somewhat back and forth for the first handful of minutes, but over the last 4 or 5 minutes, Brandon Metheny, it has been all Christopher Daniels.
It really has, and Gino was starting him out a little bit of a comeback, but that chop on the ring post.
And Daniels picks Gino up and drives him face first right into the mat. And it sounds like the front row maybe wants another member of SCU.
Well, we can talk to Mr. Stefanidis about that one. And Christopher Daniels giving the crowd maybe not quite what they want, but something that I think is very entertaining.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brandon, despite maybe the attitude Christopher Daniels is showing, he's certainly proving right now to the crowd of VCW, he's certainly hot, and he's got the spice to be able to take things to the next level here.
And Daniels able to do things like that, to be so hot and so spicy, as you might say, that you know, you got to feel like that sweet taste of victory. It's going to taste great when that bell rings.
As Gino now gonna have to dig deep into the playbook, and again at this point in the match, Brandon, the proverbial gaslight is on. I don't know how much is left in the tank for Gino.
No, I mean, and Gino has played defense so much, and you know, you and I have both been around this business for a long time, Blake. Playing defense takes so much more out of you than playing offense does, and Gino just can't seem to get himself going again.
And one thing that's very key for the Fallen Angel, he's been very active on the offensive end, not allowing Gino any room to really recover.
No, again, that's that veteran experience right there. He's not showboating a little bit with the stomps and everything, but he's making sure he stays on Gino. Although Gino, the nice little flurry here, but immediately cut off by the Fallen Angel. Just really, really impressive stuff.
And Daniels countered by Gino, and then eats the boot of the Latin heartthrob. And Daniels is down, and now Gino right against that middle rope.
And just that fast, Blake, one kick can change everything, because no matter how big and strong you are, getting kicked in the face is going to hurt.
And now the Latin heartthrob, listening to this crowd in Norfolk, try to feed off of him here. And Gino's got him now. Snake Eyes drops Daniels face first, creates a bit of separation, charges right back in. And Daniels eating the knee. I bet you that tastes great.
Daniel, I mean, he's getting it coming and going right now.
Daniels goes for a big blow. And Medina with the roundhouse. He connects 1, 2. Oh, and Daniels hangs on.
I don't know where Medina's found the second win from, Blake, but he has found it. And he is taking it to Daniels right now. Knees, kicks, punches, slams, everything. Really hitting for Daniels from every possible angle.
And right now, Gino, here to the far side corner, creates the separation yet again. And Daniels now taking it right to him. And the Fallen Angel gonna launch Gino off. What a move right there by Fallen Angel. 1, 2. And Medina hangs on, and Christopher Daniels certainly thought that was enough.
He did, and I mean, it was very, very impressive. Cut off, if nothing else, at least cut off the momentum that Gino had built, puts Daniels back in control, but he needs to stay on Gino here because, as Gino has proven, he can win a match in a hurry.
And Daniels dumps Gino right down again. 2. And the Fallen Angels starting to pick up the pace on the offensive end. Gino's able to remain alive in this bout, but Brandon Metheny, Esquire, how much does he have left to be able to hang on?
I really wonder that, Blake. And also notice Daniel's pulling out some really sort of deep cuts out of the playbook here, hitting some very impressive moves. I wonder if Gino even had the possibility of scouting before this match.
And Daniels, once again, staying on the attack, not letting up one bit. As Ron Mills checking in there on Gino Medina, looks like as of right now, Gino will continue.
You gotta believe Gino's gonna keep doing this, Lace is unconscious.
And Daniels here, oh, popped way up in the air. I thought Gino was sending him to the outside, ends up catching the knee.
And then a hook kick to the back of the head. Daniels may be out.
And Daniels certainly was not expecting that as Gino now. In position, Daniels runs him into the ropes, goes for the O'Connor roll. He's got him 1, 2, Gino pushes him off. Oh, and look at Daniels rolls through. Gino with the counter, 2, and Daniels stacks him up, 2. Gino, crucifix, 2. What a series of near falls. And the double clothesline. And the Latin heartthrob down. The Fallen Angels down, Brandon Metheny, Esquire. This high-stakes main event, the final match of 2021, hanging the balance here in Norfolk.
Yeah, we're setting this out with a phenomenal match right here, Blake. Both of these men putting their all out there, both of them down, having really, as you said before, tank is on empty, you gotta believe. And it seems like maybe just one more big move to finish this because both men have put it all in the ring.
Daniels is the savvy veteran, but he has been around a lot longer. You have to imagine the reserves in that gas tank might be a little bit lower than Gino's.
Yeah, but he knows all the good tricks.
That is indeed true. We will see what gives over the next couple of minutes in this one. As Daniels off the ropes now, Gino follows him in.
And a smart move by Daniels.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait.
Angels wings on its way. Well scouted there by Gino. Daniels holds on. Gino rolls through. Right back around. And he nails him there with the defeat. 1, 2, 2 3/4, the Coma Dorada almost got the job done, but Brandon Metheny somehow, someway, the Fallen Angel hangs on.
I am astonished. That maneuver has won championships, multiple championships for Gino Medina. Very impressive by the Fallen Angel kick out of that. And you gotta believe Gino's wondering, what do I have to do? What's left in his arsenal to do? That's his big move.
And Gino now has to figure out what else he needs to do.
He's got Daniels on the ropes. He needs to just strike whatever it is.
And Gino now putting Daniels in position. Oh, going for some sort of rack here. He's got him in a torture rack position. Daniels escapes. Catches with a knee to the gut. Angels, wings, right in the center of the ring. That's gonna do it, Brandon. If he makes the cover, here we go. Daniels hooks the leg. 2. Oh, no, wait a minute.
What?
How does Gino Medina kick out of the Angels' wings?
I am astonished. I thought for sure that was it.
You pointed it out. He's won championships all over the world with major promotions with that same maneuver.
I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Both of those, I can't believe it. I don't know what's going to finish this match.
Wait a minute. He's pointing in the corner. We're about to see some vintage Christopher Daniels right here. He could be putting him in position now. Oh, Gino saw the danger on the horizon. And Medina follows in.
You've got to believe each man is one big move away from finishing this, Blake. They're both just exhausted. They both unloaded their biggest shot. I don't know what's going to win this match.
And Medina looked like he could have been setting him up for a superplex. There's a pop-up knee. Daniel's head flies nearly 4 or 5 feet backwards. He could be out on his feet here.
Had Gino not caught him, he may have gone over the top to the floor.
And Medina, he's gonna hook him. He's trying to go for the superplex, but Daniel's almost dead weight up there. Medina's got him, and Daniels comes crashing down with the superplex. What a high-impact maneuver by the Latin heartthrob.
But takes so much of Gino, too, he can't even make the cover. I mean, both guys are down, and they may not get up.
Both men very compromised in this position, Brandon. And now Gino drapes his arm across Daniels. This could do it. Ow! 2 7/8. It's not quite enough.
And you got to believe that if he could have gone for a more traditional cover, hooked the leg, put more of his weight on his body, that may have won the match, but just didn't have the energy to do it. But Daniel's still down and still in a bad way right now. Gino's got the advantage. He just needs to press it.
As Gino back to his feet here. And Daniels a bit dazed. Gino's gonna put him in position.
Not sure what he's going for here.
And now Gino has him once again in that rack position. Daniels trying to escape. There's the roll up. Oh no. Gino, the momentum takes him over. Comes right back in. Daniels has him. Standing Uranagi. He's in position. Brandon Metheny. He's going up. BME is the best moonsault ever. 1, 2, 3. Daniels wins it.
The winner of the match, the Fallen Angel, Christopher
victory for the Fallen Angel and Brandon Metheny. Over the last minute or so, he dialed it back to the mid-2000s. It looked like an episode of Impact. He nailed the BME, absolutely flawless, the 1, 2, 3, and he knocks off Medina.
I feel like I was watching on Fox Sports Net right there. Absolutely incredible. Christopher Daniels pulling it out.
Hold on. I want to say something before you all bolt. I know some of you were a little rambunctious towards me tonight, and I get that. I'm a Southern California brother. I'm fighting against one of the best from this area. I get that, but I want to be real with you right now. I want to be real with you about how hard that match really was. Hold on, I'm old, so I'm going to sit down for this. Yeah, I might still have it, but it's covered in rust and a little baby fat, so just chill for a second. Come January next year, it will be the beginning of my 29th year in professional wrestling. And honestly, the last couple of years have been really hard with the pandemic and then losing the tag match against the Young Bucks where SCU had to split up forever. I'm still suffering effects from that. I've still got a hemorrhage in my eye from May. And every morning I wake up and I'm in pain and I'm uncomfortable and I think to myself, how much longer can I walk that aisle? How much longer can I step into this ring and perform at a high level? I ask that question every morning, I swear to God, guys. And then I fly to a place like VCW and I meet a young man like Gino Medina, a man who's got one of the brightest futures in professional wrestling in front of him. Young man, some Latin heartthrob like this. Why isn't he making $1 million? I'll tell you why, because it's just a matter of time before this guy's big time. And when he's a big-time star, you're all gonna say, God damn, I remember when I saw Gino Medina wrestle Christopher Daniels at VCW in Norfolk, Virginia. And when I think about that, the pain in my knees goes away, the pain in my neck goes away, and the thought of walking away from wrestling goes away, because this is what I love about professional wrestling, matches like this. Gino, let me tell you something. You're one of the toughest people I've fought in a long time. I won that match tonight, but that's because experience is a very valuable skill that you don't have quite yet, but you've got every other tool to be a player in professional wrestling. So I'm telling you in front of all these people right now, I got my hand raised tonight, but anytime you want a rematch in VCW, any arena across the country, you call me up and you ask, I'm happy to stand in this ring against you one more time.
Look at the emotion coming out of Gino.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the future of Virginia Championship Wrestling. This is the future of pro wrestling in this town. I want you to remember, thank you for coming out tonight. Have a great night, and thank you for supporting VCW.
A true professional, the fallen angel Christopher Daniels picks up the win over Gino Medina, folks. What a great 2021. We're back in the saddle again in VCW. We'll see you in 2022 for Metheny Esquire. I'm Blake Chadwick. We'll see you at VCW.